actually achieved this week? I'm not getting half as much done as I used to. I'm finding it really hard to enjoy my job at the moment. I feel like I've compromised on everything, and now I'm not doing anything very well. Sound familiar? Again. These are more of the concerns people have been sharing with me as we continue our lives in this lockdown. Making adjustments, even small ones, can have such a positive impact on how we feel and our mental health. As many more people are realising, we all have mental health and we really do need to look after it. When we think about what we've achieved this week or how successful we've been and how that makes us feel, we're doing that by only measuring those things which are really important to us. Or are we? Let's look at this more closely. When we think about it, each day we use measurements, those different types of evidence we continually gather to determine how successful we feel and if we've achieved what we intended to. There's all the factual evidence and also the evidence based on perspective and feelings. I imagine them all making up a kind of personal ruler. Here are some of the things you might be measuring. How you contributed to a particular work project, your career position, a new product or service you're part of creating, your relationships with family, friends and colleagues, as many of them are physically distanced from us at the moment, and in other cases with many of you spending a lot more time with partners and children. You also might be measuring adjustments to your business to keep up with all the changes the pandemic has brought, along with all the new Brexit requirements. You might also be measuring how the homeschooling is going, your general sense of happiness, your health, your home, your finances, and any other elements you might associate with a successful life. And with all those measurements and the enormous impact they have on our mental health, contributing to how we feel we're doing and where we're spending our golden 24 hours, we need to make sure those measurements are still meaningful to us. When we feel that sense of how our day or week or month has gone, don't we want to be gauging our sense of success, satisfaction, happiness, fulfillment on the things which are important to us now, in the life we have now, and not an outdated version we made when we were leaving education, in the early parts of our career, those first relationships, when we started that business, before we had a family, and in an environment before it changed so dramatically. So what could you do to start helping yourself from here? Here's a suggestion on steps you could take to begin updating your personal ruler with markers which are meaningful to you. Step 1. Zoom in. Focus on an important area of your life, which could be your work, your business, a particular relationship, your health, home, finances. Choosing one of those areas, ask yourself, what am I using as the key measurements to determine my success in this area? Give yourself some time to write everything down. I encourage a mind map approach with a large pad and coloured pens, as it helps our brains make associations and so uncover some richer information. Step 2. Refocus. Looking at each of those key measurements in turn, ask yourself, is this one still important to me? If it is, for what reason is it still important? Why in particular? How is it earning its place in your life? If it isn't, you've just discovered something important and made space for something new. You don't need to have an immediate answer, just the knowledge that you want something to change, and to look to creating a fresh measurement which does contribute towards the results you want now and your sense of satisfaction or success. How we feel about how we're doing, measuring up in those important areas of our lives, and the evidence we present ourselves with is massively important to our mental health and well-being. By taking time to zoom in and refocus, even on one area, it can make such a difference and help you clarify where you want and need your energy to be going for the life you have now. I hope you found that helpful, and I'll be back with some more adjustments you could make for a positive impact on your mental health.